So let's get started on the first strand. S is for success. This is all about defining what success looks like for you, your definition of success. So why is that important? Well, there's a few reasons. So when we have clarity on what success looks like, we're more likely to be able to get it done and know when we've achieved it. Without clarity, our brain doesn't know what to focus on. It tends to overthink. So by giving clarity, it's sending messages to our brain on what's important to us and where to focus our attention. So if I digress for a moment on the overthinking. So most of us overthink. Believe it or not, we think hundreds of thousands of thoughts every single day. And 80% of those are negative. And a staggering 90% of those are repeated. So the same old thing going over and over again in our heads. So we tend to overthink when we have a lack of clarity. So when we're not sure of a situation, a person, a feeling, or just what next steps to take. So I like to think of overthinking as lots of other voices in our heads. You know the one saying, you can't do that, you're not clever enough, you don't have enough time, you don't know where to start. I think of these voices as living in our heads rent-free and taking up valuable space without actually adding any value at all. So when we have clarity on something, when we know what success looks like and how it's going to bring us happiness and what we need to do to get it done, we're more likely to do it. So we also get to define our own success scale, something that we have control over. When we have control over something, we're much likely to own it and get it done. So your manager might come in and decide what success looks like for you in the day or a project that you're working on. But that's their definition of success for you. So what I'm encouraging you to do is set your own success scale. So something that you have control over. So whether we lead a team or not, or whether we lead our children because we're parents, one thing we are is leaders of ourselves. So understanding on how to lead yourself, knowing what you have control over, to give yourself clarity about what you're doing and what you want to achieve is really important. So it's also worth mentioning here that our version of success will change over time. Remember what I said about me wanting to become this awesome HR director and how that was quite an outdated version of success. And it's also okay to look back and use those previous successes or experiences and failures as motivation factors, but not if we look back and do that compare and despair. So if we're able to define what success looks like for us now and have control over it, then we're more likely to become leaders of ourselves and achieve our success. So yes, success looked like that for me then, but now I'm choosing for it to look like this for me. So when I asked one of my clients what success was for her, what her definition for success was, it was finishing work at 5 p.m, shutting her laptop. This was because before she had let her boundaries slip and it had such a big impact on her life. So this was a really clear definition of success. So remember, we need to get control of our success. We need to be control of our definition. So if I go for another client example, started working with a client, she came to me and she said that what her goal was, her success was, that she wanted to be promoted to director in her organisation by a certain date. Now this in itself is an awesome goal, an awesome measurement of success. But the trouble was that she wasn't in control of it. That wasn't in her control to appoint herself to director. That was in somebody else's control. But what she was in control of was making sure that she could maximise all of the opportunities to be able to prepare, to learn and develop, so that when she applied for the position of director, she was in the best possible place. So she was in control of that success. So when we set out to achieve things that we are in control of, we're more likely to achieve them. And that's when our confidence grows. And then we can strive for more and more amazing things. So what does success look like for you? What is it that you're striving for, wanting to achieve? Now, like I said, this could be something very much in the moment. It could be something how you want your day to go, or it might be a longer term project or goal that you've got. You get to choose, you get to define your own success scale. So now it's time to write something down, put it in a voice note, whatever it is. Define your version of success in a sentence. And remember, make sure that it's in your control, and then that's going to give you more clarity. Then move on to some of those coaching questions. They're going to get you thinking, they're going to add a bit of meat on the bones and give you clarity on how to achieve that success.